This is the steepest one yet. Nobody here. This is a beautiful view though, right here at Patriots Point. Doing something illegal. Wow, 3 people to a cell. Wow. Got a vanilla latte. Proceed with caution. Our morning started at Saffron Bakery in Charleston, South Carolina, before we headed over to the Yorktown to spend the day exploring. They have great pastries and cakes and tarts. All right, so before we go, we got to get something to eat. I got a coffee, got a vanilla latte, and I've got an almond croissant that was heated. I've been to this bakery a couple times, and they always have such good stuff. So let's try this out. Delicious. Got this thing. It's huge. Super buttery, flaky. Definitely get this again. I'm gonna finish this up and we're gonna head out. Welcome back to Dudes and Dudes, and welcome to 2023. Today, we are going to the Yorktown. This is one of the main attractions, one of the most popular attractions for families when you come to Charleston. And there's 2 ways to get there. You can drive to Mount Pleasant and go to the Patriots Point. There's a golf course there. They have a hotel and a resort, restaurant. Or from downtown Charleston on the peninsula, you can take a ferry. So that's what we're going to do. We're here. This area might look familiar if you've seen the aquarium video. I'm going to put a link up above and also down below. Hopefully I'll remember that. And we're going to take a ferry from, this is called Liberty Square. It's like total Disney vibes. Liberty Square, and you can go to Fort Sumter from here, or you can go to the Yorktown. And the Yorktown is just a short 5-minute boat ride across the Charleston Harbor. And let's go. Let's do it. There's so many things we're going to learn. This channel, if you're new here, this channel is about learning new things, exploring the world around you, and growing every day. When you're walking into Liberty Square, there's these beautiful historic kind of gazebo long kind of walkways, lots of seats, benches. It's like a garden. It's very Charleston, and we're going to that building there. It is Saturday, January 7th, and like I always say, in order to do things like this, kind of after a long work week, you've got to push yourself. And I know that this morning was one of those mornings where I was not ready to get out of bed. We've got a little bit of a harbor over here, and supposedly the ferry is right over here, the water taxi. If the water taxi is not running, which didn't say like on the website if it was running or not, but it might be off season. So that's how you can get there from downtown Charleston. I was going to take you on the boat, but then we would lose close to 45 minutes. So it's only a 5-minute trip across the bridge. So we're going to head there right now. At Patriots Point. Instead of taking the water taxi, we decided we're just gonna drive and park here. So I'm literally looking down a barrel of a cannon before we go into the Yorktown. It's like right here behind me, and let's do it. It's a little memorial here. It says Homeland, Family, Patriot, Sacrifice, to recognize sacrifices made by families who gave their sons and daughters for the freedom of America. All along the waterfront there are these cannons here, as you see in front. Okay, the entrance is here, and you can also buy tickets here or online. I've already got my ticket. I bought it online, but if you want to buy here, they have adults at 27, senior citizens are 19, children are free if they're 5 and under, and then 16 for children older than that. Veterans are 21, military is 19, and if you're active duty, it's free. Okay, so there's a long walkway going into Yorktown, and it's lined with these beautiful American flags. A couple of facts about the Yorktown before we go inside. The USS Yorktown, this is the CV-10. There was actually a CV-5 that was sunk in the Battle of Midway during World War II. This ship was built in 1941 and was completed in 1943. It participated in several campaigns of Pacific operations. Originally had a different name. They called it the Bonhomme Richard. It was renamed the Yorktown while it was still being built. I guess based because the one Yorktown had sank, it had taken on that name. I think that's accurate from the internet. Now, the name the Yorktown comes also from previous ships were named for the Battle of Yorktown in 1781. This is not a history channel. However, I do love learning and I do love facts. So here are some quick facts about the Yorktown. The weight is 27,000 tons standard, but then when it's at full load, it would be 36,000 tons. This ship is 820 feet long, and it is has a beam of 93 feet. I believe this is an Essex class ship, and I can see right from here that there are some planes on the top. So I don't know. I don't really want to wait any longer. Okay, I talked to the information center. I'm here at the main entrance, and they said there's 4 tours. You start at 1, work your way to 4. The first tour brings you through all of the quarters. So let's see. Here's tour 1. Perfect. All right, we're gonna go down there. It's got the ship's chapel, torpedo. Oh, let's just go explore. Oh wow, these are steep. Boy. Tour 1 starts. This is the chapel. This chapel is named for this gentleman here. Reverend Harold Walter Seffrit. Loving memory. Wow, starting in the holy spot. Okay, which way do we go from here? Tour 1. Straight. We got some doors here. Wow, this is really cool. Super tight quarters. Wow. Huh. Looks like we have a bathroom here. Must be sleeping quarters. Your bed comes down and that's where you're sleeping. Oh, pretty neat. Crew berthing. Look at that. The berthing compartment is where the crew lived and slept. The crew was berthed throughout the ship. Officers and chief petty officers had separate quarters. Each had his own bunk and locker for storage and personal possessions. Restrooms were located just where we came from, so these were their lockers. And then there were some more lockers here, and then these were where they slept. Okay, we're going down another level. Very steep. The scullery acted as the main overflow kitchen, mainly used for cleaning and storing pots, pans, and utensils. See him there? You can hear the dishes being cleaned now. There's some food. Okay, there's a bomb elevator. This elevator is used to raise bombs from here to the hangar bay, where they'd be loaded onto waiting aircraft or another elevator for transferring to the flight deck. And you could see the little elevator was all hand spun kind of thing. Pulleys, levers going up. So these are bulkheads here. You can see these doors are super heavy. Probably take a couple of you to mount it, but they can close them and be watertight. You see these kind of, this raises and then tightens and keeps the water. If there's ever a breach, they can lock those doors. Okay. This right here is the Master at Arms office, also known as the police of the ship. So just like anywhere else, you have a lot of people commit crimes, and Master at Arms handles all of that. Can't even begin to tell you what I smell in here. It smells like rubber, like dark, deep, heavy rubber smell. Oh, we're at the dentist. Wow. It says dental technicians worked in dental operating rooms assisting ships. 3 dental officers, and the ship had facilities for x-rays, dental prosthetics, and any type of dental work needed. It's quite quiet here. You can see the x-ray machines there. Strange little tachometers, and not digital like we have today. Maybe for eyes here. Oh, maybe this is a prep kitchen. Vegetable prep room. Yep, see? I'm familiar. Vegetable preparations would be cleaned and prepared in this space before being turned over to the galley for the day's meal. Oh, we're in the butcher shop. Wow, butcher shop. Meat would have been transported here from the reefer. Butchers would then clean and carve the meat into proportions depending on the meals of the day. Meat would be moved from the butcher shop to the kitchen for cooking. Wow. And you got a slicer here. And then here's your butcher block. That's a big one. Imagine if they probably cut up like whole cows here. All right, I think we've made it to the serving area where they would come down here. We have some food, and today it's breakfast time, so they have breakfast, eggs, oranges, muffins, and then you move down this way and you can get things like sausage and bacon. Wow, look at that bacon, looks real crispy. You can see, I mean, again, they're cooking for 3,500 people. So quite a lot of cooking going on here in the kitchen. Wow. It's loud. Okay, so this one says the yellow track overhead was used to move large equipment. They had their own monorail here. Oh, there it is. Move equipment to various shops on the level. Hatches and elevators, a chain hoist can be seen parked in the machine shop. Wow. So see that yellow beam kind of goes throughout this level. Super loud. That's the machine shop, by the way. See? Machine shop. But this is where the monorail, one rail, would take things to and from this level of the ship. Let's go down here. Here's more monorail up here. Por favor, manténgase a lo de las puertas. Into the engine room. This is the steepest one yet. We gotta go down one more. Holy cow. Oh, there's more than one. This is looking pretty dangerous. Proceed with caution.
It just feels that way. There's
Wow. All the way up there. All right, I think this is as far as we can go. So many knobs and levers. Emergency shaft, but it goes way up to the top.
And when you're adjusting the air.
Okay, most ships that they're this size, they have a communications from the engine. If you remember watching the Titanic, they always signaled the engine. And then you have phones, radio signals. You can dial it in and then call up to the bridge, which we'll see later. Okay, we are going back up now. And, families, if you are coming here, just make sure to recognize that these things are pretty steep. There we go. Tour 1 this way. Chocolate chip cookies for 10,000. 112 pounds of chocolate chips, 165 pounds of flour, 500 eggs. Wow, 1964. That's cool, and there's some photos. Oh, this is where all the baking magic happens. I got a butcher block in here for folding out doughs, breads, cookies, cakes, all of that. And so I have the mixer here, and then they have, actually, fun fact, I worked in a bakery. It was my first job, and so these racks, you would put all your prepared stuff and put them into the oven. They have ovens here? Over here. They look like pizza ovens. In fact, they may have even made pizza here. All right. We are headed to the ship's laundry now. Down some steps. Not quite as deep as the other ones, but they're very steep. Whew. Smells like a laundry. Wow. We have some garments going. And this is another place you could work if you were on the ship. You could press garments. Wow. You could steam shirts and pants and coats. Oh, you can see them right over here. They have them. Wow. Put your pant leg on there. Pull this down. Fresh and new. The main laundry aboard the Yorktown operated 24 hours a day, processing hundreds of loads per day. Although the location has remained the same since 1943, the equipment is often upgraded during the life of the ship. This here is the infirmary, and looks like they have various rooms for testing and medicine, things like that. Hospital beds. Looks like an operating room. Yep. Operating room. And then if you were sick, you would come here and rest and heal and get better. Kind of looks like the sleeping quarters as well. Sick bay. Sick crew members would use this space to keep ailments from spreading throughout the ship. All right, we've ended tour 1, so let's go back up to the main entrance. Here's a model of the Yorktown. Looks a little bit different than the modern aircraft carriers that we see now. Here's our first plane, folded wings, the F-9F Cougar. The Grumman Cougar fighter first flew in 1951. Wow. Panther fought in the Korean War in 1950-53. First Cougar carrier squadron deployed aboard this ship, the Yorktown, to the Western Pacific, 1953-1954. Wow. Pretty impressive. Oh, here's a prop plane. This one has a turbine. This one has a prop. It's pretty neat. It's a bigger ship, a bigger plane.
All right, I'm going to end this here and continue in part 2, which will include tours 2, 3, and 4, as well as our experience on the Laffey.